We are looking at the globe and everybody in it. No matter where they live, no matter how they've lived, we just want humanity and nature to survive long term.
The challenges we're facing globally are quite complex. We're facing a loss of biodiversity, we're facing climate change, we're facing widespread habitat loss as human populations are increasing and we're seeing changes in land use. And so because these challenges are so complex and because humans are so connected to the environment, there's a real need to take an integrative approach to conservation.
The IIC is a new initiative at William & Mary with a focus on improved conservation, biodiversity, and landscape conservation around the world.
And we have that I in the middle of our name for integrative because we mean integrative across disciplines, where we're not just looking at biodiversity and ecosystems, but also thinking about the livelihoods of people who live in areas of high biodiversity. So it's very important to be able to maintain and improve their quality of life. And also integrating aspects of cultural heritage and cultural diversity into the ways that we're working. So we very much have human lenses, the way that we're thinking about approaching conservation.
I think the opportunities are endless. It opens up so many avenues for collaboration. It's integrating all the ideas from all the areas, humanities, social sciences, natural sciences, even health sciences, to say, how do we use all these ideas from all these areas to improve and conserve nature?
The external component is really focused on identifying conservation partners that we can work with and build teams of students and faculty to address conservation challenges on the ground.
When I was asked to join, I was incredibly humbled and honored. And I wasn't even thinking about all the benefits that it would accrue to me personally, but I realized, oh my gosh, I have access to this vast network of people who really care about the same issues as I do, who might have access to research that I don't, who can introduce and broker introductions to other institutions, other kinds of organizations, people struggling with the same issues. And so it's been a way to just massively accelerate progress of our startup, which is focused on women and creating a healthy planet for all people in a way that I didn't even anticipate.
Conservation partners can get involved in the IIC in many ways. We are trying to find opportunities where the expertise at William & Mary matches the needs of conservation organizations related to planning, implementation, and evaluation of conservation actions and management and policy. And so we're looking for partners who are interested in working closely with William & Mary students and faculty who have expertise in the field of research.
One of the greatest benefits to the students of being involved in the IIC is that they see their work come alive. They actually see the application. They can work with these partners and see in front of their eyes how the project makes a difference.
I worked with the Wildlife Conservation Society on a project dealing with the 5 Great Forests of Mesoamerica. And so the 5 Great Forests are facing a lot of forest loss and decline in the species that are there. So our goal was to identify those spaces that are most suited for restoration and conservation work. I helped find all of the data we needed to put together our GIS maps. I helped start draft a report about the whole process, what kind of work might be needed on the ground, where the money might come from to do it. It gave me so much more experience in so many different ways than I ever could have imagined it would have.
And that exposure to understanding cultures and understanding conservation in a different context. We'll certainly have projects in the US, but working with projects outside of the US is going to be critically important to the students and exposing them to new ways of thinking about conservation on the ground and trying to integrate different cultures and different ideas into the practice of conservation is going to make us unique as well.
So right now we're in the midst of developing an undergraduate curriculum with the hopes of launching a new undergraduate major in integrative conservation in the next 2 to 3 years. We see the major being based around these research experiences, with courses around those research experiences to develop the capacity of the students to engage even further and even more deeply with the conservation partners.
I hope that people will see it as a place to come to answer your questions critically to the field of conservation in different areas.
The long-term impact of the IIC really will be that we're building this bold, innovative, and creative generation of leaders who are willing to work together across disciplines to solve global conservation challenges in a meaningful way.
One of the reasons why we think we can have a positive global impact is because we're at a university setting, we have the flexibility to be a little innovative and to try some new things. And we think that approach is going to enhance conservation effectiveness on the ground.
And what we hope for the IIC is it makes a difference. It makes a difference to the students and the people that we engage with, but also it makes a difference to the actual conservation solutions, that we leave the world a better place than it was yesterday.